Okay, the topic that we'll be talking about is, do black men who wish to marry women have a moral duty to marry black women? Okay. The question of whether black men have a moral duty to marry black women is a complex and controversial one. On one hand, some argue that because of the historical oppression and marginalizations that black women have faced, black men have a responsibility to support and uplift them by choosing them as romantic partners. On the other hand, others argue that individuals have the right to choose their own partners based on personal preferences and should not be compelled to make decisions based on sense of duty or obligations. It is important to recognize that both perspectives have valid points, which they do. While it's true that black women have faced discrimination and mistreatment in various aspects of society, it's not fair to place the burden of addressing these issues solely on black men. Additionally, forcing someone to enter into a romantic relationship based solely on their race can be problematic and harmful stereotypes. At the same time, it's important for black men to acknowledge and address the issues facing black women, such as the wage gap and the high rates of violence they experience. This can be done through advocacy, support, and allyship. Ultimately, the decision of whom to marry is a personal one that should be made based on compatibility, mutual respect, and love rather than a sense of obligation, which is also true because to marry, you have to be able to both concede to both each other for the rest of you guys' lives. That's what that means, being married. While it's important to recognize the systematic issues that impact black women, it's equally important to support their agency and freedom of choice in all aspects of their lives. So, it's worth noting that the issue of whether black men have a moral duty to marry black women is just one small piece of a much larger conversation around racial justice and equality. It's crucial for individuals to examine their own biases and privileges and work towards dismantling systems of oppression in all areas of society. Instead of placing the burden solely on black men to uplift black women, it's important for all individuals to work together towards creating a more just and equitable world. This can involve advocating for policies that address systematic inequalities, educating oneself and others about experiences of marginalized groups, and actively working to dismantle discriminatory attitudes and behaviors.